Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm back with a long video because it's a detailed video on how I made this beautiful poncho. I made it two ways. I made it without the collar or without the cowl, as you can see here. And this one has the cowl, which I absolutely love the version with the cowl. And I apologize for the blurriness, but my camera was acting crazy. I haven't used it for a while. But stay tuned to see how I made this beautiful plus size fall poncho in two different ways. So you're going to need fisherman's wool yarn, and I'm using the color natural. There is 227 grams, 465 yards, and I used 5 skeins total for this project. I'm going to use a size J10 hook, a pair of scissors, and stitch marker. And yes, I'm stepping up my game. I got new stitch markers. So let's get started. So you're going to need a chain of multiples of 12 plus 4. So I chained 120 and then I added 4. So make sure you chain a multiple of 12 plus 4. So I have a total of 124 in this chain. So at the end of my 124th stitch, I'm going to chain 2 because that's going to be my turning chain. Once I chain 2, I'm going to double crochet down the entire chain. Okay, so again, multiples of 12 plus 4, chain 2 at the end, and then double crochet down the entire chain. You could start off with the base double chain stitch, but I didn't do that for this one. And that's all it is, just double crochet down the entire chain. And remember, that turning chain means nothing. It's just an added bonus. So here I am at the end of the row, and again at the end of each row you're going to do the same thing. You're going to chain 2 and then turn your work. That's going to happen at the end of each row. So I chain 2 and now I'm turning my work, and now I'm going to again double crochet down the entire chain. So I'm going to double crochet into each of the double crochets at the bottom in the first row. So you're starting off with 2 rows of double crochet. Okay, so you're just going to double crochet in each of the double crochets from the first row. So here I am at the end of the row, and I'm doing the last of the double crochets. I'm at the end of the row because I wanted to show you that you do not double crochet in that turning chain. You just double crochet into that last double crochet or into the first double crochet that you did. Remember, never double crochet into that turning chain. And there's the start of the pattern. So there you go, 2 rows of double crochet. So your base starts off with 2 rows of double crochets. Now again, I'm going to chain 2 and turn my work. Now it's time to start the actual arrow pattern. So I'm going to double crochet in the first double crochet stitch, and I'm going to double crochet into the next one. So you want to start off with 2 double crochets at the beginning of the pattern. Now I'm going to chain 1. So 2 double crochets, chain 1. I'm going to skip 1 double crochet and go into the next one and make 2 more double crochets. So 2 double crochets in the beginning, chain 1, skip 1, 2 double crochets. Now it's time to start the arrow. So what you're going to do is go back to that double crochet that you skipped. Sorry, having some technical difficulties with the camera. So you're going to go back to that double crochet that you skipped, and you're going to chain over 3 because you're going to do a treble crochet, and you're going to do a back post double crochet into that double crochet you skipped. So back post double crochet, chain over, pull through 1, chain over, pull through 2, chain over, pull through 2 more, chain over, pull through 2 more, chain over, pull through the last 2, and that's the start of the first part of the arrow. And now you're going to chain 1. So I'm just showing you again. You're going to, that's your turning chain, 2 double crochets, chain 1, skip 1, 2 double crochets, and do a treble in the double crochet that you skipped, a back post double crochet. Okay, so I chained 1. Now I'm going to now skip 1, 2, and go into the 3rd double crochet. And I'm going to do 2 double crochets, 1 in this one and 1 in the next one. So that's my 2 double crochets. Now I'm going to go into the second one that I skipped, the second double crochet that you skipped. You're going to do the treble crochet. So chain over 3, go to the second one and do a back post double crochet. Chain over, pull through 1, chain over, pull through 2, chain over, pull through 2 more, chain over, pull through 2 more, chain over, pull through the last 2. There you go. So in the beginning you only skipped 1, but for the remainder of the pattern you're going to skip 2. So chain over, because you're going to chain up 1, skip 1, 2, and do 1 double crochet into the 3rd one. And then 1 double crochet into the next one. Alright, so remember you skipped 2, you're going to go into the second one that you skipped. You're going to chain over 1, 2, 3, and you're going to do a back post double crochet, treble crochet, chain over, pull it through that double crochet, chain over, pull through 2, chain over, pull through 2 more, chain over, pull through 2 more, chain over, pull through the last 2, and you're going to chain up 1, and that's the first part of the pattern. And you're going to continue this all the way down, and I will see you when I get to the end of the row. Okay, so you're going to skip 2, do 2 double crochets, go back to the second one that you skipped and do a back post treble crochet, and you're going to keep doing that. Alright, so here I am at the end of the row, and I just wanted to show you exactly how you end off the first part of the pattern. So again, I skipped 2 after I chained 1, do 1 double crochet into the 3rd, do 1 double crochet into the next, yarn over 3 times, do a back post treble into the second one that you skipped, second double crochet that you skipped, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2 more, yarn over, pull through 2 more, yarn over, pull through the last 2. So you're at the end. So when you're at the end of the row, you're going to be left with 1, 2, 3, just like in the beginning. You do not chain over 1. You skip 1 and go into the last 2, just like you did in the beginning. Okay, so I didn't chain over for this one. I skipped 1 and I doubled crochet into the last 2. You want the beginning and the end of the rows to match. Okay, so once you get to your last treble crochet, you do not chain 1. You skip 1 and then double crochet in the last 2. Okay, so now I'm at the end. I'm going to chain up 2 and turn my work. Now here I'm starting the second part of the arrow because the arrow has 2 sides. So I did one side, now it's time to do the next side. So now I chain up 2, turn my work, and I'm going to do a double crochet into the first double crochet, double crochet into the second double crochet. Remember, at the beginning of the row you always chain 1 extra. Okay, so those are my 2 double crochets in the beginning. So I'm going to chain 1, skip 1. That one that you skipped, that's your treble, and then double crochet into the next 2 double crochets. So that's 1, and here's the second one. Now it's time to complete the arrow. Okay, so just like in the previous row, but now we're going to work backwards. This is the only tricky part, but once you get the hang of it, you're good to go. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to chain up 1, 2, 3, wrap it around 3 times, flip it around and go to the back of that treble that we did, and then do the same steps just like you did in the previous row. Oh, me and my camera trying to get it focused for you. There we go. Okay, pull through 2, pull through 2 more, pull through 2 more, and pull through the last 2, chain 1. Okay, I'm going to show it again. This is why the video was so long, because I wanted to make sure it was very detailed. Okay, go into the 2 next double crochets, 1 double crochet there, 1 double crochet in the next, and then we're going to go back to that treble that we did in the previous row. Okay, you can see it poking out there. So you're going to flip over your work so you can see it. Yarn over 3 times, flip over your work, and go right into the back. If you can see the move that I make, that makes it easier to get back there. Yarn over, pull through that treble, pull through 2, pull through 2, pull through 2, and pull through the last 2, and then yarn over once, and then chain up once. Okay, you're going to continue this straight down the row. The easiest way to do that back is to make sure you turn it over and lift it up with your middle finger or whatever finger you want to use. Just makes it easier for you. Alright, just continue it down the row, and I'll see you when we get down to the end of the row. Alright, here I am at the last treble crochet. So I'm going to chain up one, go through the go through the next 2 double crochets. So this is the last treble crochet of the row. I'm going to yarn over 3 times, go to the last of the treble, yarn over, pull through that treble, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through the last 2. So again, I'm at the end of the row. So I am not going to chain up one because I already chained up one in the beginning. Okay? And I'm going to go in to the last 2 double crochets. So again, do not chain up one at the end of the row. And go through the last double crochet. Go through that one and go through the last one. So you have 2 double crochets at the end. Okay? And that's the entire pattern. Okay? After you finish the arrow, you're going to double crochet 2 rows of double crochet after this, and then you're going to do the arrow pattern, and then you're going to do 2 rows of double crochet after that, then an arrow pattern, and so forth and so on. So this is what the arrow pattern looks like, and I think it looks absolutely adorable. This is why I made it. It looks so cute. Alright, so I just chained up 2, turned my work, and now I'm going to do 2 rows of double crochets. So what you're going to do is you're just going to double crochet into each of the double crochets and trebles. So I'm going to show you. So double crochet in that one, double crochet into the next one, me in this camera. Little technical difficulties. I apologize. Okay, so just double crochet. Okay, and you're just going to double crochet right into that treble. Because remember, you start off with 124 stitches, you have to end with 124 stitches. So everything gets a double crochet. Okay, double crochet into the next. Ooh, technical difficulties once again. And I need a manicure, so don't pay attention to my nails because I need a manicure. Double crochet into each stitch around. I'm just showing you because when you get to that chain 1 space, I'm going to show you exactly what you can do to make your life easier. So here we are at the chain 1 space. Just go right into that chain 1 space. Double crochet right into that space. You don't have to double crochet in the chain or anything like that. Just double crochet right into that chain 1 space. Okay? Double crochet into the treble, double crochet into the next double crochets, double crochet into the chain 1 space. You're going to continue that all the way down the row, and then you're going to chain up 2, and then you're going to do another row of double crochet, and then you're going to do the 2 rows of trebles, and then you're going to do another row of double crochets, and that's it. That's the whole entire pattern. And you can make it as long as you want, as short as you want, completely up to you. So this is what the pattern looks like. So you have 2 double crochets to start. You have the 2 arrows in the middle. You have the arrow rows in the middle. Then you have 2 double crochets on top of that. Then you're going to have the 2 row of arrows. Then you're going to have 2 double crochets on top of that, and so forth and so on. And I did this for a total of 10 arrow rows. That's how I counted it. 10 arrow rows, and that's how I got it. Okay, so I'm just showing you what happens. I chained up 2 just to start the next arrow pattern. Chained up 2, first double crochet, second double crochet, okay, you're going to chain 1, skip 1, go into the next 2, so 2, 1 double crochet in there. 1 double crochet in the next. Okay, now we need to make our treble. Chain over 3 times. Do a back post treble crochet behind that double crochet. And that's it. That's it. You're just repeating the pattern that you did in the first arrow row, and you're going to keep doing this, and you're going to need to make 2 panels to sew together. Yes, you can create the panels where you don't have to do that, but I just wanted to make 2 panels. So you're going to make 2 panels and sew them together, and I'll show you what that looks like at the end. So you're just going to keep up the pattern. If you get confused, go back to the beginning, and that should help you out. I'll see you when I am done both panels. So here are my 2 panels. I've done 10 rows, like I said, of the arrows, and I used 5 skeins of yarn. And you can see where my 2 stitch markers are. That's where I'm going to have my neck hole. You can make it larger or wider, make it as even as possible. And I'm going to sew from that stitch marker all the way to the end. And I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. I'm going to sew from that stitch marker all the way to the end. And I used single crochets to sew it down. And that's it. So that is the whole entire thing. You can stop here and leave it here if you want to. But like I said, I wanted a cowl, so I did it. So I did a nice cowl. So I'm going to show you how I did my cowl. So I'm just going to insert my yarn into anywhere of the neck hole. Anywhere you want to put it in, just place it in there anywhere. So I placed my yarn and I chained up 3. And I'm going to do double crochets all the way around the neck just so I can have a base to start my cowl. So I'm just going to double crochet all the way around the neck. So here I am at the end of the row, and I'm going to slip stitch into that 3rd stitch in my chain 3. Oops, sorry. So I slipped stitched into that chain 3 in the top of the chain 3. Me and this camera. Alright, so that closed it off. And I'm going to chain up 3 again. Now here is where the design comes in. I'm going to do ribbing. So I'm going to do 1 back post double crochet around the first double crochet. And I'm going to do another back post double crochet. Now I'm going to do 2 front post double crochets. That's 1. And the second one. And that's the pattern. You're going to do 2 back post double crochets, 2 front post double crochets, 2 back post double crochets, 2 front post double crochets, and that's the pattern all the way around. And I'll show you what it looks like when I get to the end, how you close it off and start the next row. So here I am. I'm going to slip stitch into the 3rd stitch of the 3 chain stitch. Slip stitch right there to close it off. I'm going to chain 3 to start the next row. Now if you started off with back post, you're going to continue with back post. You want the pattern to be even because you want a nice ribbon going up. So I'm going to do 2 back post double crochets, 2 front post double crochets. And for this cowl, I did a total of 10 rows. You can make it larger, you can make it smaller, completely up to you. But I loved it with a cowl. Even though I loved it without, I loved it even more with the cowl. So thank you so much for watching, and please make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, and I will definitely see you in my next video. Thank you so much. Bye.